we're going to start medicine Buddha, the healing Buddha practice. So first you should visualize a refuge field. So one of the simplest refuge field is front of you upon the sky. Should visualize beautiful lotus and sun and moon cushion. Upon that, should visualize the Buddha Shakyamuni. The size of the Buddha is around 4 to 5 inches. His body is kind of the rainbow body, not solid, golden color. And you should visualize yourself as a leader, surrounded by all sentient beings in the form of human. At your right, you should visualize your friends, the families, the people you feel very close. And in front of you, should visualize the people you don't like them or you hate them. And at your left, should visualize your friend or the family who are passed away or who are sick. And rest of entire beings should visualize at your back or they surrounded you. Now first, you should look all of them, either your friends or either your enemies. Their fundamental desires are completely same as yours, which is wish to live happy, peace. Everybody wants to live very healthy, long life, and nobody wants sufferings. But unfortunately, because of living under the influence of distracted emotions, for instance, mind of self-grasping, self-centered, too much anger, hatred, attachments, greed, arrogance, jealousy, and so forth, they make wrong decisions. That's why they act physically, verbally, mentally negative. So they accumulate countless of negative actions or negative karma. Therefore, the result, all of those beings being suffer by physical sufferings, for instance, suffering of aging, suffering of sickness, suffering of death and dying, then the mental sufferings which are stress, depressions, fear, worry, anxiety, suffering of loneliness and so forth, then suffering of change, and then upon there, suffering of conditioning, which means basic, their body or their minds, the mental factors called the aggregates, are the contaminated. That's why they circle in samsara. So to understanding all these sufferings they have, specific, there are countless of beings who suffer by physical and mental illness. Think about those beings, then you should generate compassion. Means wish each and all of them be free from sufferings and the causes of sufferings. So meditate on compassion to entire beings. So it's not just think, you should also feel from your heart. You really wish every beings, including one's own enemies, wish them to be free from sufferings and the causes of sufferings. Then the next called special compassion, which means not just only wish them to be free from suffering, you should determine yourself, I will going to help them to release their sufferings and the causes of sufferings. Wish to help them, wish to save them from their suffering and causes of sufferings. It's called special compassion. So meditate on special compassion to all beings. So in order to help them, in order to save them, today in your situation, of course you cannot able to save others. Even yourself is still circling in samsara. So in order to able to save others from the suffering and causes of suffering, first you need to achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood. Then you can able to help others. Through that reason, you should generate strong desire, wish to achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood oneself. And the main purpose of achieving enlightenment, Buddhahood oneself, is to benefit to all beings, to help to all beings. It's called bodhicitta, awakening mind. So meditate on bodhicitta. In order to achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood oneself, first you need to purify all your obstacles, your afflictive obscurations, which are all your destructive emotions, anger, attachment, and so forth, your cognitive obscurations, which are the imprints of all these destructive emotions, all your negative karmas, all your sufferings. So in order to overcome all of these obstacles, of course this is your responsibility, but if in order to do that, you need helps. So who can able to help us to overcome your three precious jewels, seeking Buddha as a teachers, actual your savers, your own dharma, the realizations, cessations of all your mental afflictions, the dharma. In order to achieve this dharma, you need reliable dharma companion, dharma friends. It's called the Arya Bodhisattvas, the Sanghas. Through the help of three precious jewels, you can able to overcome all these obstacles. So first make sure you really feel concerned to all these obstacles you have, specific these mental afflictions. And believe to the three precious jewels can able to help us. Out of these causes, you should show your faith of convince to the three precious jewels, full rely on them, and take full refuge to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. And generate compassion to entire beings, specific in this moment. There are countless of beings who suffer by physical and mental illness, and then generate bodhicitta, awakening mind, which means wish to achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood oneself for sake of all beings. Out of those intentions, we are going to recite taking refuge and generating bodhicitta prayer 3 times together. Page number 1. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Sangha, through the virtues of giving and so forth that I do, may I achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Sangha, through the virtues of giving and so forth that I do, may I achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Sangha, through the virtues of giving and so forth that I do, may I achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Now next is the four immeasurables, which are love, compassion, and joyfulness and equanimity. So when we recite this prayer, it is very important to meditate. Meditate means you should feel, from your heart, to love to entire beings, including the people you don't like them, you hate them. Make sure in this moment you really try to wish them happy, wish them free from sufferings. So each of these, the prayer, when we recite, you should feel. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from the joy that is free from sorrow. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger, not holding some close and others distant. Now next, special bodhicitta, which means you really, yourself really wish to help to entire sentient beings, even physically, practically you can able to help or not, but mentally you have to build that confidence, wish to save them, wish to help them. In order to save, in order to help entire beings, first I need to achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood myself. Because of that reason, in order to achieve Buddhahood, I need to practice the Dharma. In order to do the practice, I need to live healthy, long life. That is why we're doing practice here, healing Buddha, sadhana. So out of those intentions, we are going to recite the cultivating special bodhicitta prayer one time together. Especially for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will quickly, very quickly attain the precious state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. For this reason, I will practice the yoga method of Guru Medicine Buddha. So now the first part of the practice we finished, right? That first part called preliminary practice, which means each of us, we emphasize on our intention. During the practice, out of what intention you're practicing. So here, our intention is bodhicitta, awakening mind. Our intention is compassion, love to all beings. There is no attachments, there is no selfish. That's very, very important to keep that still awakening mind as intention. So in order to receive the blessing from the healing Buddha, first you need to visualize all the enlightened beings, their healing energy, and visualize as a form of medicine Buddha. The picture in your text, the medicine Buddha maybe around 3 inches, right? And his body is kind of the rainbow body, not solid, like a meat body. It's kind of rainbow body. So you visualize upon your crown, which mainly the healing energy of all the enlightened beings, right? So we're going to recite this visualization prayer, and during that recitation, you should visualize the healing Buddha upon your crown. So page number 2. About 4 inches above the crown of my head is a lotus flower. In the center of the lotus is a white moon disk, and seated on a moon disk is my root guru, the Dharmakaya, essence of all the Buddhas in the form of the medicine Buddha. He is blue in color, and his body radiates blue light. His right hand, in the mudra of granting sublime realizations, rests on his right knee and holds a stem of the arura plant between thumb and first finger. His left hand is in the mudra of concentration and holds a lapis lazuli ball filled with nectar. He is seated in the full Vajra position and is wearing the 3 red color robes of a monk. He has all the signs and qualities of a Buddha. So you visualize the healing Buddha upon your crown, which is the source of the healing energy of all the enlightened beings. So in order to receive blessing from him, first you need to purify all your obstacles. You need to accumulate merits. That is why we are going to practice the 7 limb practices. So there are 7 lines of the prayer. So the first one is prostration. So when we recite that prayer, yourself, including entire beings, specific your friends, the family who are sick, so they all together, you visualize they're prostrating to the medicine Buddha, bowing, right? Pay respecting to him. Second is the offerings. So during that time, you visualize all the beautiful offering goddesses, holding flowers, incense, lights, perfume, foods, and musics, and so forth, full of space. And they offer to the medicine Buddha. He accepts it, and through that he experienced uncontaminated bliss. Then the third line is confession. So first make sure you feel strong regrets toward all the negative deeds you've done in the past. Whatever you've done, something bad things in the past, strong regret on those negative actions. Then you confess. And then after that, you promise future will not going to do that again. Then the next line is you rejoice your merits. You rejoice others, their merits. You rejoice Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, their merits. Then the next one is requesting. So request to medicine Buddha, till samsara ends, please remain here. Then the next one is entreating, which same kind of request, you're requesting to the medicine Buddha, please turn the wheel of Dharma, teach us, guide us, bless us. Then finally, dedication. So we're going to recite this 7-limb prayer, page number 2, and during that time you meditate on each of those 7-limb practices. I prostrate to Guru Medicine Buddha each and every offering, including those actually performed and those mentally transformed, I present to you. I confess all non-virtuous actions accumulated since beginning last time. I rejoice in the virtues of both ordinary and noble beings. As our guide, I request you, Buddha, please abide well and turn the wheel of Dharma until samsara ends. All virtues, both my own and those of others, I dedicate to the ripening of the true bodhicittas and the attainment of Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. So now next is the requesting. So when we recite this prayer, so you should sincerely request to the medicine Buddha, right? So first requesting is not only yourself, entire sentient beings who are suffer. So on behalf of all of them, you request to the medicine Buddha, and now please bless them to overcome all those general, all the suffering, specific suffering of illness. Then important part is in this moment, there are countless of people who suffer by physical and mental illness. Right? Some of them have very chronic disease. So including all of those patients, you request to the Medicine Buddha to bless them. Then next, about yourself. So if you have physical health issue or mental problems, and upon there any family matters or any physical obstacle, internal obstacle, whatever you have struggled, you can also request to Medicine Buddha to bless us to purify all of them and bless us to remain our life very healthy and meaningful, long life. And purpose of remain healthy in our long life is to serve to the communities, to benefit to others. That always should remember. So out of those intentions, we are going to recite the requesting prayer, page number 3. The fully realized destroyer of all defilements, fully complete Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. Guru Medicine Buddha, King of Lapis Light, to you I prostrate, go for refuge and make offerings. May you vow to benefit all sentient beings now repping for myself and others. Now the next is the receiving healing. So what you need to visualize is same the Medicine Buddha above your crown. In his left hand, right, he holds the backing ball. Inside the backing ball, you visualize the moon cushion, like a moon disc. Center of the moon cushion, syllable Om, and surrounded by the Medicine Buddha mantras form a blue light. So if you have difficult to visualize the mantra, then you just visualize kind of light, light garlands around the syllable Om. Then above the Medicine Buddha, you visualize all the enlightened beings, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So their blessings, their healing energies, or their realizations, and their powers and so forth are form of lights and the nectars, and dissolves into the mantra garland inside the backing ball where the Medicine Buddha hold it. From that mantra emanates more nectars, and the nectars are coming out from the ball, and it go down through your crown and enter your crowns. So when these nectars go into your body, you visualize they purify all your diseases, afflictions, all the defilements, all the toxins, all the negative energies, anything, defilements and so forth are completely purified. So during the recitation of the mantra, you just take these nectars, right, and dissolves into you and cleansing all of your defilements, the obstacles and disease and so forth. And then if you have certain, part of the body have certain issues, then you send it more there, right? And in that part, and you just visualize to purify them. So if you have a mental illness or mental suffering like depression, stress, and so forth, same. When these nectar dissolves into your heart, you visualize the cleansing, purifying all your mental disease. So physical, mental illness, causes of illness which are negative karma, mental afflictions and so forth are completely purified. So that's during the recitation of the mantra, you need to visualize. So now first we're going to recite the visualization prayer, page number 3. Granting my requests from the heart and holy body of the King of Medicine, Guru Medicine Buddha, infinite rays of white light pour down, completely filling my body from head to toe. They purify all my diseases and afflictions, as well as my negative karma and mental obscurations. In the nature of light, my body becomes as clean and clear as crystal. The light rays pour down twice more, each time filling my body with blissful, clean, clear light, which I absorb. So now the next mantra, page number 5. So there are two different types of the mantra, long mantra and short mantra. Long mantra has two different pronunciation, so we follow the second, the common pronunciation. It's in Tibetan, kind of is Tibetan pronunciation. The first one is Sanskrit. Then the short, we are going to recite only 3 times the long mantra, right, the second one. Then after we are going to recite the short mantra, same, the second, the common pronunciation. So short mantra we recite, as much as we can. Okay, during the recitation, the mantra, make sure you not forget this visualization. Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanse Guru Binduya Bhavaraja Tadagataya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Deyata Om Bekanse Ma Bekan Raja Samukate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanse Guru Binduya Bhavaraja Tadagataya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Deyata Om Bekanse Ma Bekan Raja Samukate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanse Guru Binduya Bhavaraja Tadagataya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Deyata Om Bekanse Ma Bekanse Raja Samukate Soha Deyata Om Bekanse Ma Bekanse Raja Samukate Soha Deyata Om Bekanse Ma Deyata Om Bekanse Ma Bekanse Raja Samukate Soha Deyata Om Bekanse Ma Bekanse Soha Deyata Om Bekanse Ma Deyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samukate Soha. Now the next is the healing to others. So what you need to do is you should visualize same the medicine Buddha above your crown. In his heart, you visualize the lotus flower. Upon the lotus flower, moon cushion, center of the moon cushion, syllable Om, surrounded by the medicine Buddha mantras, form of blue light. And then same, you should meditate first compassion to all beings. Wish entire beings be free from suffering and causes of suffering. Specific, your friends, the families who are sick, physical, mental, suffer. So specific for them, sincerely feel compassion, means wish them to be free from suffering. So out of that wish, you visualize the medicine Buddhas in his heart, lotus and moon cushion, and upon their mantra garland. From that mantra garland emanates lights and the nectars through the 10 directions. And it's reflect to entire beings, specific the beings who suffer by physical and mental illness. So with these light and nectar reflect to them, you visualize them completely, they purify, general all their suffering, specific the suffering of physical and mental illness and the causes of sufferings. Then you meditate on love, which means wish them to have happiness and a healthy life. Same, reflect the lights and nectars to others. When these light and nectar reflect them, and bless them to remain very healthy, physical, mental, both very peace and healthy. So during the recitation of the mantra, you just send lights and nectars to others, specific the people you really wants to help them. So specific for them, you send lights and nectars to heal others from their suffering. But here, main power of healing is your love and compassion to all beings. Even you cannot recite the mantra properly, but the main power is power of your love and compassion. So during the recitation of the mantra, very important to meditate love and compassion to all beings, including the people you hate them or you don't like them. And during that time, make sure you really feel love and compassion to them. So now first we're going to recite the visualization prayer, which is page number 4. Then same, page number 5, we recite the mantra, 3 times long mantra, then after short mantra. At the heart of the medicine Buddha above my crown appears a lotus and moon disk. Standing at the center of the moon disk is the blue syllable Om, surrounded by the syllables of the mantra. As I recite the mantra, rays of light radiate out in all directions from the syllables at his heart. The light rays pervade the sentient beings of all 6 realms through his great love, wishing them to have happiness, and through his great compassion, wishing them to be free from all sufferings. The sentient beings are purified of all their diseases and afflictions, as well as their negative and mental obscurations. Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Binduya Papa Rajaya Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Deyata Om Bekanze Bekan Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samukati Soa Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Binduya Papa Raja Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddha Deyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekan Raja Samukate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Pekanze Guru Binduya Parparajaya Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambhutaya Deyata Om Pekanze Pekanze Ma Pekanze Pekanze Rajasamukate Soha Deyata Om Pekanze Pekanze Ma Pekanze Pekanze Rajasamukate Soha Deyata Om Pekanze Pekanze Deyata Om Pekanze Pekanze Ma Pekanze Pekanze Rajasamukate Soha Deyata Om Pekanze Rajasamukate Soha Deyata Om Pekanze Pekanze Ma Pekanze Ma Pekanze Rajasamukate Soha Deyata Om Pekanze Pekanze Teyata om bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samukate soha. Now next is the absorption prayer, so which is page number 6. So finally, medicine Buddha, the healing Buddha above your crown, which is I mentioned earlier, it is the healing energy of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. It's form of medicine Buddha. Finally, it melts into the light, blue light. It goes through your central channel. Finally, it dissolves into one's mind. It's called the one's heart. So when that dissolves into your heart, you visualize the medicine Buddha blessed your body, speech, and mind. So now I'm going to recite the absorption prayer. The Guru medicine Buddha melts into light and absorbs into my heart. My minds become completely one with the Dharmakaya, the essence of all Buddhas. Now the dedication. Due to these merits, may we soon attain the state of medicine Buddha, so that we may lead all sentient beings to that awakening state. May the sublime and precious bodhicitta not yet born be born. May that which has been born not decline, but increase forevermore. Okay, now we finished the medicine Buddha practice. So we have 15 minutes break, and then 7 o'clock we'll start the actual teaching. Today now we start the 37 practice, right? So 37 practice of the Bodhisattvas, which is one of the very, very important teachings. That text is written by one of the great master Bodhisattva around 13th century, the late 13th century. He wrote that text, around 43, 44 stanza there. So we start this teaching today. So then every Tuesday we have continues his teaching, maybe each Tuesday, few stanza. It's kind of the mind training, and it's really kind of powerful teaching, specific bodhicitta, and also the wisdom of emptiness. So it's kind of whole stages of the path to enlightenment. So the beginner, where should you start it to till end, right? The bodhicitta. So all that step by step, each stanzas explain is very powerful. So we started the first class from today. Okay, 7 o'clock we'll start. Thank you.